I'm being forcibly removed from the building again of a public lobby, so.
Sir, please, is there anything I can do, sir, please? Don't do this to my wife, man. You don't know what you're doing to my family, man. Please, I'm begging you. I'm literally where am I going to put my feet? Sir, I'm begging you, please. 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 I didn't break the law. I'm not going to be found guilty of anything. This is a waste of time. If you guys want to know who I am, I'll tell you who I am. Okay. You want to know what I'm doing here? I'll tell you what I'm doing here. Please, sir, please don't make me sleep in jail tonight, sir, please. I'm begging.
We're not criminals.
They're going to make me sleep in jail.
Why?
Sir, please. Please.
Dude, please.
Sir, please.
Oh my God,
man.
don't do that to him.
You guys don't know what you're doing to me, man.
Why?
Today's video takes us to Mesa, Arizona, where we find a frauditor who was sentenced to 1 year in jail along with 3 years of probation, and he laughs about it because that shows the stupidity, the sheer stupidity of frauditors, especially this one. Sit back, watch, and enjoy!
Just went and had court, Mesa Municipal Court, in front of Schumacher, Judge Schumacher, and got sentenced on all 4 trials that I went to trial. Now, he sentenced me to like fucking 390 days in jail. Most of it's suspended except for like 10 days, and then 3 years of probation. Oh my gosh.
So let me get this straight, numbnuts. You were just sentenced to 1 year in jail and 3 years of probation, and you're laughing about it. Well, see, that's the mindset of frauditors. They're uneducated, unemployed buffoons. Yeah, so I guess he doesn't care. Well, I'm sure he's got attorneys on retainer, and he'll file an appeal.
Hey, you wait till you guys see the video or the audio recording plus the pictures that we took of the judge. We actually got pictures of the fucking judge now and the prosecutor, so you guys are gonna get to be able to see a face with this person now. Boom, sucker! We recorded you in the courtroom. What are you gonna do? Oh well. Anyway, so wait till you hear the audio. This shit is hilarious. Yes, I'm appealing. I already appealed, you guys. Just so to stop the comments in their tracks, I already appealed.
This must be costing you mucho dollar. Man, I'm telling you, attorneys don't work cheap. Well, the good ones, that is. I don't know. Did you get somebody just fresh out of law school? Yeah, they work for cheap. But anyway, he's still laughing about it. He thinks it's a joke. He thinks it's all fun and games. I don't think you'll think that when that door slams shut and Bubba says, "Hey boy, come over here. Talk to me. Be my woman."
Honestly, I'll tell you what happened. We went into court and it's sentencing day today, right? So, going to court and, you know, my lawyers that I had hired were like, "Sir, we think that, you know, that jail's a lot." When it came time for me to talk, I told the judge, "Sentence me to whatever you want, dude. Sentence me to whatever you want. I don't care. You're a traitor. You're operating outside of the Constitution, and you're a traitor to the United States." But let me tell you, I told the judge he was a traitor. I told the prosecutor and the judge that he was a joke. I told him, "I don't care what you sentence me to. You can sentence me to you're blue in the face, bro. I'm gonna appeal it today, which is gonna freeze your judgment. So it doesn't matter." I said, "It doesn't matter. Sentence me to whatever you want, Your Honor." I got threatened with contempt probably 5 times today. They actually had security come into the courtroom and stand behind me again because the judge was so pissed off at my attitude. I recorded it all. You're gonna get to see it.
Absolutely no respect for law enforcement or authority of any kind. What, do you think the judge looked like a bitch too? I just don't get this disorder in the court. You know, why don't you respect the judge? Man, I tell you what, when that iron door slams, that can't be a good sound. It can't be. I'll never hear it, but for those of you who have heard it, it can't be a good sound. Yeah, it just can't be.
The judge said I do not have free speech in court. I said fuck, and he said don't say that again. And I said what? Say fuck again? He said, "Oh, I'm gonna hold you in contempt." I said, "So I don't have freedom of speech in this courtroom?" I said, Cohen v. California was a landmark case that says I can say fuck or have it written on my shirt. No, you can't say it here. Like, okay, dude, okay. Smiled at him the whole time, laughed in his face, told him his courtroom was a joke. Yeah, you're damn fucking right I did it, and I recorded it, and I'm gonna show all of you. Do not show these people respect. He told me I expected you to come in today humbled and ask, fuck you, motherfucker, I'm not asking you for shit. Give me your worst. Give me your fucking worst.
Now, this guy has a wife and a child. He might have 2 kids, I'm not sure, but I know he has at least 1 child. And this is the way you act. This is the way you act. This is the way you take care of your family, but disrespecting law authority and judges. Really. So you're going to teach our kids to act like this as well? See, that's what's wrong with our society. And, man, I'm telling you, it is not going to get any better with morons like this running around town.
Do your worst. So the worst was 3 years of probation and over a year in jail. Oh, and get this. Get this. Part of the kangaroo court stipulations for probation is I'm not allowed to film Mesa police activity or film the Mesa Police Department. What? He said when you go on probation, you lose certain rights, even the ability to film the police. I said, no, dude, I don't think so. Yeah, I have it on paper that they said I can't film the fucking police.
Well, we all know that's not going to stop you, because if you violate your terms of probation, guess what happens? You go directly to jail. You don't collect $200. You don't pass go. You don't do any of that. Then guess what happens, Frauditor? Then you need a get out of jail free card. But you know what? Bubba and the boys are going to like you. Yeah, just don't drop the soap, Frauditor. Man, I hear that's a real mother.
Dude, what? What? You can't do that. That's fucking nuts. Hey, the judge is making claims from the bench. Like, oh, whoa. It's bad. It's really bad. So appeals are already in the process. Judgment's already stayed. I hope you have a good lawyer. See, that's the problem. You people get stuck up on lawyers. You don't need a lawyer. You don't need a lawyer. A lawyer is going to cost you $5 to $10 grand to appeal on top of what you paid for them to represent you to get found fucking guilty anyway. You know how much I paid for my appeal today? Take a guess. Go ahead, Chad. Take a guess how much I paid for my appeals. How much did I pay for my appeals? I'll tell you, because you don't know. I paid $35 for 4 different records for the entire court case. $35 per record.
Oh, so you've been watching our good friend Chili DeCastro, better known as Delete Laws. He's been coaching you on how to represent yourself. That's marvelous. You know, there's no bigger fool than a client who represents himself in court. This ought to be good.
I didn't pay a lawyer to do that. I did it myself. I walked down to the courtroom, down from the courtroom to the court's clerk and said, here's my notice of appeal. Give me the record. You file the notice of appeal. You appeal the judgment, the guilty verdict. You appeal the sentencing. You appeal fucking everything. Trespassing orders to stay away from wherever you were trespassed from. You appeal it, and as soon as you file that appeal, the judgment is frozen. What do I mean the judgment is frozen? The judge can say you're sentenced to 20 years and I don't like you. But as soon as you appeal it, it's frozen. So all that time in jail, the probation, everything is on hold right now until my cases go into a higher court.
As is the case with all frauditors, here's another YouTube law expert. I tell you what, if I was looking at time in jail, I would hire a professional. Because frauditor, we know how much money you make. What are you spending it on? Oh, that Dodge Charger you have? Yeah, that's a nice car. But anyway, man, I would hire a professional, but that's just me. You know, I'm not going to jail, you are.
So now my cases are going to go into the Superior Court of Arizona, where their judges actually have law degrees, they are actual bar members, they actually have, you know, something that they have to hold up to. Watch what happens. A guilty verdict and getting sentenced at trial is not the end of the line. It's not the end of the line. I concur. If you haven't done anything wrong, take that shit to trial. Get found guilty, who gives a shit? And then appeal that shit. Because obviously where you're at isn't working. So you need to get out of that court.
Well, the good news is, once the lad does go to jail, he has plenty of tattoos. I wonder what the rest of his body looks like. I'm sure he's tatted up and down his body. Yeah, all you need to do is get one of those, I better not say that. Yeah, just get you a couple of gang tattoos. You'll be alright, man.
They can sentence me to they're blue in the face. I don't care. I told the judge, dude, I don't even care what you sentence me to. I'm going to appeal everything that you say today. So do your fucking worst. Do your worst. But I'm going to go live and I'm going to show you guys, at least in Arizona, this doesn't apply outside of Arizona, but I'll show you how to do appeals. I'll show you how easy it is to go down and file your own appeal, the information that you need to get it started. I mean, there's a lot more to it after that. Filing the memorandum, you have to file all kinds of other paperwork to show cause to your appeal, but I can at least show you the beginning steps so you don't feel like it's the end of the line when you go to trial. It's not the end of the line when you go to trial, folks. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. There are higher courts for a fucking reason. Let's use them.
This babbling, blubbering buffoon of a bird brain is asking us to trust him when it comes to going to courts. Oh my. Well, you know what, Direct D, you have to attend college quite a while before you're eligible to sit for the bar exam. Matter of fact, you need a 4-year undergrad degree, mostly in civics or in business, something to do with law. And then you have 3 years of law school. Then you have to take the bar exam. Now, you've done none of that. You've done absolutely none of that. Matter of fact, did you finish high school? Yeah, there's a reason why attorneys cost money. And you ain't it, brother.
Just wanted to give a little court update. I was sentenced to a whole bunch of malarkey and BS today, but it's irrelevant and it really doesn't matter because I appealed already. I filed my notice of appeal. I paid for the record already. So his judgments, everything he sentenced me to is frozen. My case will get kicked over to Superior Court and there's 4 decisions that they can make. There's only 4 decisions that they can make. And I can still appeal their decisions. That's what I'm saying. Appeals and being found guilty is not the end of the line. Appeals is the next step. Even if you get found, the first step of your appeal process, it doesn't go the way you think, you can still appeal more and more and more. There are Division I appellate courts. There's the Arizona Supreme Court. There's the Ninth Circuit appellate courts, and then you have the United States Supreme Court. So
I doubt very seriously if the Supreme Court of the United States of America would hear your case. I doubt highly if the Arizona Supreme Court would take up your case. I think your case is going to be done shortly, and you're going to go off to jail for a year. I hope you enjoy your stay in there. Of course, when you get out, you won't be any smarter than when you went in. So we'll see you in there again, sweetheart.
I mean, there are levels to this shit. It doesn't just end in municipal court. Don't be fooled by that shit. Yeah, I don't do whatever. Don't ask me. I'm just live streaming. I don't make the rules. I just float around through life with her making the rules. I might hell yeah, I'm still gonna film them. What are you talking about? I'm gonna go out tonight and film them. Watch me. Watch me, suckers. You can't film me, some police. Good luck with that. Let me know how that works out for you. Your Honor, Mr. Schumacher.
Well, there you have it, folks. A frauditor who mocks justice can only be a frauditor who winds up in jail. He's going to appeal, all right. Yeah, just because you appeal doesn't necessarily mean that every court has to agree to listen to the case. They can remand it back to the previous court. So if the appellate court says, no, we're going to uphold what the judge said, you pretty much don't have any other recourse after that, baby boy. But not to worry. If you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.